West Ham player Felipe Anderson could be on his way back to Lazio after apparently the club have opened up talks again to re-sign the Brazilian. Welcome back to the West Ham Daily. My name is Anton. Of course, before you get started in this video, go across, hit that subscribe button, hit that bell notification that'll let you know and alert you to whenever we do a live video or anything pre-recorded. Of course, leave a comment and leave a comment in the live section, and also share it with all your friends and get them to come over to West Ham United for your West Ham United content. Thank you for joining us. And yeah, we're talking about a couple of potential transfer dealing and players that may be coming in and maybe going out the other way. So the 28-year-old moved to West Ham from Rome in 2018. For a then record £36 million, earning himself £85,000 a week. But he could return to Lazio for as little as £9 million. I mean, oh my word, what a massive dramatic loss that would be. According to some reports, that is, of course, some would say that Anderson failed to live up to his price tag at West Ham and spent most of the 2021 season on loan at Porto. Where he only made 10 appearances in all competitions all season. And Anderson was in line for more minutes, though, last season, earlier in the season, after a brief improvement to his performances. But the spotlight quickly faded and he was sent back to the wilderness. He did, however, show promise in his first season with West Ham, scoring 10 goals in 40 appearances. But the winger's last full season at the London Stadium, which was the 2019-2020 season, saw him appear just 28 times and registered just 1 goal and 6 assists, albeit most of them at the start of the season. And one of the main media outlets, Sky Italia, have reported that Lazio boss Maurizio Sarri has given the go-ahead to bring Anderson back and are offering such a low price because the Brazilian's contract with West Ham is due to expire at the end of the current season about to be played. He initially joined Lazio from Brazilian side Santos in July 2013 at the age of 20. He initially impressed and to date has 34 goals and 38 assists in 177 Lazio appearances. I mean, I reported earlier this season that Anderson was valued at approximately £15 million plus. But should we be even really looking at a deal for around £9 million? I honestly think I'd rather take a gamble to try and unearth the once talented player that we once had. What do you think? Put it in the comments and let us know. But £9 million, £85,000 a week. I know people are saying there that, oh, you've got to free up the wages, but what are we? Does Moyes just completely not like him at all? I know he's gone away to Porto and he's not done anything really great, but you are hearing rumours that things weren't working out for his family life and personal circumstances have obviously taken over, and he's just not a confident player. But we know when he's firing all cylinders and he is confident, he can be a player that we absolutely could be doing with, especially going into the new season for the Europa. So I'm trying to weigh up £85,000 a week. Yes, it's a lot of money for a player that's not been performing, but then £9 million. So what's the gamble here? Do you keep the player and try and put your arm around him like David Moyes can do and get the best out of him and potentially play him in that kind of number 9 role, or just try and find any form of form or anything that he had once upon a time when he was in a West Ham shirt or even in a Lazio shirt? So do you take the risk in getting rid of him? Is he a bad egg? Does he come in? Does he cause so much concern in the changing room? I don't think he does. I don't think he is a bad egg. I think he seems to be like a good guy. He's just a bit of luck. It's not gone his way and he probably needs a little bit of luck in his way. And I think if there was ever a manager out there that we could get the best out of him, it would be David Moyes. It would be David Moyes. David Moyes would take him, put his arm around him, look at the setup that West Ham have got. And you might be thinking to yourself, well, we've got loads of players in that position. But again, to go back to the sort of player that he once was, are you willing to lose that player and have a massive loss of, what is that, 25 or something odd million we'd be losing on, it's just, to me, it's like, just bring him back into pre-season, see what he's all about, and give him a shot. That's what I want to see West Ham do. I'm going to jump in some of the comments to see what you're saying about him. But the question I'll ask to you is, you're saying get rid of him. If people are in the chat saying get rid of him, right? But Get rid of him for how much? And the question then I'd ask back to you is, if you want to get rid of him, you just say the comment, just get rid of him. How much are you going to get rid of him for? And is it worth getting rid of him for that if you think about what we could have? And even if he sits on the bench for a little while and comes off the bench and gives us a new dynamic in that game, then if Moyes is the right manager to do it. But let's see what everyone's saying. Fresh fielder. I've got more chat as well about sort of transfers coming in and out. All things considered, he's got to hit the reset button somewhere else. Who's the designated driver? I just wonder if we could help him hit that reset button. Good to see you, though. Thank you for joining us. James Bong, make him a number 9. I agree with you, mate. I really do. I think I'd like to see him kind of come into that role. Afternoon, Anton. And I said beforehand about Anderson when I'd done a video before. He hit like the best form of his life at West Ham during that winter spell under Pellegrini, when we were travelling to the likes of St James's Park and we won 3-0. He was pivotal to West Ham winning that game, and he went on that kind of great run. Scored a great goal against Manchester United, of course, as well. So I don't know, we'll see. But anyways, thanks for joining us, Stu and Toby. Good to see you all. Happy Hammerette, you're there as well. Good to see you. Hi, Anton. Thank you, Gary. Good to see you. Fresh fielder, £9 million is better than nothing. But is it game changing? This is the thing. That's the thing I want to ask Fresh is, what does that do for West Ham? I get what you're saying, but would you not rather just... If I'm weighing up both options, £9 million, okay, better than nothing, absolutely. Felipe Anderson comes back, you put your arm around him, and you get the best of what he can offer. That overcompensates what £9 million will bring to the club. That will potentially is the difference of West Ham skipping up a couple of positions than I just don't see what £9 million will do for West Ham, to be honest. David Trevitt, afternoon, and best news of the week, but it's only Monday. I get it. I get why the fan base have split the way there. I would keep him for the season. However, he'll have it at the end of the season, so might as well get a fee. I get it, because come January, he can start to negotiate with any club. If he stays with West Ham and we don't sign him on a new contract or anything, he can negotiate pre-contracts with other clubs, etc. I'll believe it when I see it. It's a mistake, in my opinion, to let him go. Yep. Robert Singleton playing catch-up. Craig Tudor, get rid. Gary Rutter, if he's not doing it at other clubs, he won't do it at West Ham. But he has. He hasn't done it as of late. But I don't, there's a lot of stuff going on in his personal life that would have an impact on anyone's life. And it looks like it has had a massive impact on this player. And the question again I'd ask to you is, does a player become awful overnight? Because that is literally what happened with Felipe Anderson. It was like 1 minute he was playing, we were just absolutely raving about him. And then the next minute he was gone. He was completely not able to function at the similar pace that he was. I hope the positive dressing room will rub off on him rather than the other way around. I just don't think he's a bad egg. I think, like I said, he's just been in a negative mindset, and I think he needs a club to turn around and give him that chance. Marcus, has Moyes tried to put his arm around him and not even seen a glimpse of hope in Moyes we trust? Absolutely. And that's what it comes down to, Marcus. Whatever Moyes wants to do, I'll accept it. Well, I'll be more disappointed about Anderson going than I would about Haller and other players that we've got rid of, especially for £9 million. Now, if someone said to me £30 million for him, then I'll maybe be a bit more open to it. But it's not going to happen, is it? Reese, hope you're enjoying your time at Weatherspoons in the pub again. Of course he is. He's young. He's youthful. He's up for it. David, with money still on him, plus a fee and save wages, no brainer for me. I'm sure if Moyes liked him, he wouldn't have loans. Yeah, and straight to this point, Stu, I trust in Moyes' decision. Absolutely, I would keep him until we sign someone. Yeah, absolutely. It's funny, Toby. People just saying get rid of him because they don't like him doesn't make any sense to not have a punt on him. That's where I'm at, and that's why I'm not so sure. I just wonder if Moyes. Will Moyes get rid of Anderson before at least even bringing him back to see what he's like in pre-season training? Maybe, and if he does get rid of him without seeing him in pre-season training, it just makes total sense then as to why Moyes doesn't fancy him at all. Because surely you'd want to try and bring him back to see what he's capable of doing. Only food today. No worries, mate. I wish I had your money. I'm only joking. Gary Rutter. Yeah, but our problem has been buying players for big money, but then when we sell them on, we get nothing in return with our sell-on value, and that's what we do. That's exactly what we do. What's happened to your font, Ant? My font? I don't know what you mean. Elaborate, please, David. Anderson haters are the same Benrahma haters. I do. Just got to remember the manager we've got and what he's capable of doing. If he decides he doesn't want him, I'll back Moyes. If he gives him a shot, I'll back Moyes. What would I like Moyes to do? I'd like him to give him a shot because I think there is a player there. You just can't be bad overnight. You can't be. He's not been performing as of late. I get it, but he's just literally hit that switch and he started not performing well, and then he never really got a chance. And to be fair, I don't think West Ham really played him in the right position. I mean, I'm not saying he was bought as a number 9, but his best performances for West Ham were as a number 9. Marcus Leap given pre-season games to show his worth, and Moyes may find a place for him or not. He did have pre-season though last season as well, and Moyes didn't still do it, so there must be something there. It's dumb to think we're going to get 2 Soufals for 9 million. Moyes ain't going to just keep unearthing £5 million games. Yep, absolutely. James, sorry, absolutely, mate. DMH, totally sell me. Will never look interested. I agree with George above. £9 million will get us McBurney. Absolutely no chance. Squam fam. I like Anderson, but why dither and have another year of him continuing as he is now? There's a player in there, but we've got to move forward with someone fresh in his place, and possibly we should do. Possibly Moyes will go and unearth someone else as well. The text on your screen is barely readable, mate. Is it? David, you're saying the text on my screen is barely readable, mate. Can you people let me know? Is that true? Can you all see the same as David? Let me see what Gary's saying. We should have got more money for Kawati and Tompkins. Absolutely. Because of the potential fresh and cause we gained sod all by moving him on. Reminds me of Kane, 4.5 million saving in wages per year plus 9 million fee. It's a good start. When you start to add up like that, I get it. I get people's mindsets. I get where they're at with it. If Moyes wants them, good enough for me. Absolutely. Toby Sampson, 13.5 million pennies. Really, it's not. It is not like the save wages is going to be available for transfers. We'd be lucky if the 9 million from the sale goes towards transfers. So yeah, it'll be it'll be an interesting one. But what do you want? Do you want to see West Ham give Felipe Anderson, who's been on loan to Porto, another chance or not? Rumours are, like I said, he's back in negotiations potentially with Lazio, discussing a £9 million move back to his club. But can West Ham bring this man back out into the best of form that he's had before at the club? But listen, we're not finished there. We're absolutely more than far from finished there. We are going to move on to another geezer who we are supposedly linked to. However, it looks like Leeds United are reportedly interested in a move for the former Real Betis and current Barcelona fullback, Junior Firpo. I know Stel's done a video on him before, but after joining Real Betis' youth setup in June 2014, aged 18, after 5 years he spent at Porto Malagueno, he had a senior debut with the reserves in February 2015, starting in a 1-1 draw against Granada FC B team. He was promoted to the B side ahead of the 15-16 season, and he appeared regularly during that season, which ended in relegation, and he scored his first senior goal for the Spanish outlet in April 2016. On August 2017, after spending pre-season with the main squad, Firpo renewed his contract until 2021, but subsequently he made his first team and La Liga debut the following February, starting a 1-0 away defeat of the Deportivo La Coruña, becoming the first Dominican Republic-born player to have featured in La Liga. The fullback scored his professional debut in March 2018, netting a 3-0 win against Espanyol, and on August of 2018, he was promoted to the main squad and he agreed a contract extension until 2023. The following summer, Firpo joined Barcelona from Real Betis in a deal approximately worth €18 million. However, he's been able to dislodge long-term first-choice left-back Jordi Alba from the 11 during his time at the Nou Camp. He made less than 10 league appearances for Barcelona and completing just a full 90 minutes on just 2 occasions last season. His energy and attacking threat are key reasons why Premier League clubs are sniffing about him, and you would feel that he would suit the Moyes style of football. He scored 7 times and recorded 9 assists in his 62 top-flight appearances in Spain. Firpo's versatility means he can also play left midfield. Furthermore, the Dominican Republic-born former Spain under-21 international has also featured at centre-back too, as well as filling in at both right-back and in defensive midfield on a small number of occasions. Therefore, due to his attacking and versatility, Firpo would be therefore a logical and attractive signing for Moyes, but also for Bielsa. And he's capable, is he the sort of player that's capable of striving within a David Moyes system, and would it provide a real, potent attacking threat on the left flank, considering, we've got, you could say, an aging Creswell with no real other backup. It depends if you're Stell and you like Masuaku or not. So I don't know if people are maybe disappointed to hear that Leeds are after him, because they have got such an attacking outlet on the left flank in general, but they're obviously looking to strengthen their left back position. And because Firpo can get forward quite a lot, he would be a player that I think Moyes would have been looking at. Now, I don't know who's going to get this deal over the line. And I'm very aware of the amount of links that West Ham have had to players in all summer and all winter, and even actually when we don't even have the transfer window open. But you've got to, again, put two and two together and look at the player and look at the style of play, his versatility in the central defence, his ability to attack, but his ability to defend. And, when you get a player that's looked at and brought into by Barcelona and struggles to get into the team because of Alba's performances at Barcelona, albeit Barcelona haven't been playing fantastically great recently, you can't help but think that this is a link that has got some arms and legs on it. If he's, potentially 18 million euros is what he was bought for from Barcelona, but what fee would these two clubs want to try and get? Barcelona are in disarray with their money that they've got. Sorry, there's a big noise going on in the backfield there. Lots of money problems in La Liga just now, so they maybe to look to offload this young left back, and I think it would be a good destination. To be honest, if you were a football fan looking in, I think it'd be a good destination for both clubs. But as a West Ham fan, we definitely need to strengthen that defensive area. But the versatility of him is something that's really attractive. So it'll be interesting to see if we can get something like this over the line. But I think now that Leeds are in and West Ham have got a history of this, we're interested in a player, and other clubs will come in and take them. But do I think I trust in absolutely what Moyes is doing? Absolutely. Will we have more players that are available to get? Absolutely. So I'm not going to stress myself about it too much. It was just more bringing you the news that other clubs now are sniffing around Junior Firpo. So we'll see how that one transpires. Going to go back into the comments here, guys, and see who else is here. It has to be a short one because we are working. However, just to remind you, still we'll be bringing you the West Ham Weekly later on this evening, so make sure you do join us for his West Ham Weekly show, where he goes on and tells you about 40 million players that there's no truth in us signing. Let me see where we are. 2 seconds. 100% fresh. Moyes knows all. Stu77, it's fine for me. Your text. Right, cool. That's good to know. Gabino, any money for Anderson will barely cover the money we probably owe. Therefore, nothing in the transfer kitty keep. There's still a player there. I do agree with you, Garino, 100%. Text 100% readable from here. Yeah, David, it must be yours, mate. Garino, and afternoon all. Mindset. The checks will sort him out. Absolutely. Yo, Garino, I agree, bro. Nothing ventured, nothing gained. Get Anderson training with Sufal. Yep, and I can't believe the Czech brothers are smashing it in the Euros just now, aren't they? Afternoon, Neil from Down Under, 11:45 p.m. on a Monday night. Hopefully we can bring you some more shows to fit and suit within your time limits, Neil. I know you don't really sleep a lot, though, to be fair. Gerrard, there's no doubt Anderson has skill, but he needs to look at the work rate Fornals does. Yeah, but then sometimes, we were talking about this the other night, there's some players that don't suit that work rate. And does that mean every player that Moyes is going to bring in is going to have to meet that test of tracking back and covering so much ground? Not so sure. We'll have to see. Cheers all. Thank you very much. Oh, we knew fishing, and fishing is there. He is there. Stell's in the background doing the chat. No one likes Masuaku. Flatters to deceive. Toby knows. Oh, here he is. Scott Randall. It would be a bit of an insult for Cress after he said the best ever season, but Firpo isn't up and comer. And I think that's the biggest issue. I'm not saying we're going to get this deal done, but it's an area that we definitely need to improve in, because I don't think we can go into the season with one fully fit left back, to be honest. And you need the best talent. You don't buy a second string player. You need someone to challenge that position. And I think he's been absolutely a great servant to West Ham, and he's found his best form, Creswell, but he definitely needs someone to challenge him in there as well. Still loves Arthur. He absolutely does, mate. Robert Singleton, only because his name sounds Greek. Garino, long live the Masuaku Preservation Society. He's been given... he can't handle it. You just like this, like... No food today, Anton. Why? I've had quite a lot of food actually today. Going to be another late one. Absolutely, mate. It is going to be another late one. So just tune in for when he's going to do a show. I'll say 7:30, 8, 8:30, 9, 9:30. Who knows? Great for young Firpo to be able to learn from someone like Masuaku. Absolutely, he learns so much from him. Slizzy is a Hungarian Fenerbahce centre back. He also plays at left back, left wing back for 10 million would be better. Watch the weekly tonight. Hear more about him. Yeah, okay, mate. Looks like we're not signing him, no, because I think the rumour is that they want more than £10 million still. So you might need to change your little script for tonight's show. Agreed. He goes on and on. And that's it for Creswell. We'll have to look forward. And Creswell's 31. I got to shoot, lads, legends. See you later tonight. Listen, that brings it into the show. I've got loads of work I need to do today and get caught up on some stuff. So what do you think, though? First question I'm asking you, and last question I'm going to ask you on Felipe Anderson is, for a couple of questions. Do we sell Felipe Anderson? And if we do, why? How much? How much do you want to bring him back in for? Would you be happy to sell him for the £9 million and just get the 85k off the weekly budget? And then let's look at the likes of Junior Firpo, who's now strongly linked to Leeds as well. Would that be a good signing for West Ham, bringing him in from the Liga? He's not been playing a lot of games at Barcelona. However, no wonder, because they've got Jordi Alba in the left-back position, and that's a tough player to shift from it. And do you think we need to strengthen in that position as well? So yeah. Sorry, I get so distracted by what Stell says, because he talks utter nonsense. No, they don't, Anton. You just believe all the rubbish gossip, which Stell, you feed. So I don't know if any of you knows, but Stell gets a lot of his information from the Daily Star. So he goes in, gets all the gossip news from Daily Star, and then creates his West Ham weekly show. But anyway, go and enjoy the shows we've got coming up this week. Still will be giving you his West Ham West Ham Weekly later on this evening, and enjoy it, and then come back tomorrow for another daily as well. Thanks for joining us. Hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, and come on, you Irons.